Hey everybody, welcome to This Week in Rewards for November 25th to December 1st right here on the RWRDS Canada YouTube channel and on the RWRDS Canada podcast. Thank you for tuning in for your weekly dose of loyalty rewards, travel, and credit card happenings here in Canada. I hope you're all doing well and have had a great week and are having a good day. Today is Friday, December 1st. Before we get into things, there was quite a bit that we do have to cover this week. Not as much as the last 2 weeks. God, like that was crazy. The Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals, those have come and gone, but there's still lots of deals to be had for the upcoming holiday season. But before we get into it, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel if you don't do so yet. Hit that notification bell so you're notified of when new videos go up. And please leave us a comment. I love when people are asking questions, saying hi, you name it. Yeah, just contact us in the comments below. And yeah, so let's get right into things here. So this week we'll start off with credit card and loyalty news, and that is a new credit card in the market, which we actually discussed way back in August when it was first announced, and that is the Cathay World Elite Mastercard. It is powered by Neo. This card is now available for applications with a sign-up bonus of up to 30,000 Asia miles. If you happen to have gone onto the wait list when they first announced it back in August, you can get up to 45,000 miles with the card. Yeah, so now, I'm not going to go into huge details here. I may actually do another video on the card itself, but a lot of people were asking me, is it any good? And to be honest with you, there's nothing too remarkable about this card. Unfortunately, there was an opportunity here, I think, that has been lost. I mean, when the card was with RBC, I mean, Neo has taken over this portfolio, this co-brand account from RBC. It was nothing spectacular either when it was with RBC, and kind of the same here. What I can tell you is it's good for the sign-up bonus, whether it's 30,000 miles or the 45,000 miles. It's a good injection of Asia miles. It's good for the 2 times Asia miles when you're buying Cathay Pacific flights. So, I mean, if you're somebody who buys a lot of flights with Cathay Pacific, you're a frequent traveler on their routes out of Canada, out of Toronto and Vancouver, this is something you'll want to check out, because you can rack up a lot of miles purchasing Cathay Pacific flights. But other than that, I mean, the other good thing is there's a secured version of the card. The secured version for newcomers to Canada who can meet the income levels, it's 80,000 personal, 150,000 annual or household annual income required. If you can meet those income levels, so if you're either, I don't know, rebuilding your credit, or if you're a newcomer to Canada, you can get a secured version. It's the only premium card in Canada that's available as a secured version, at least to the best of my knowledge, at least a rewards card, that is. So definitely something to check out. So there are some highlights for it, but like I said, otherwise it's nothing too remarkable. People were wondering, what about these benefits for flying on Cathay Pacific? Well, RWRDS Canada reached out and spoke to the project manager for this card from Neo, and they have confirmed to us that when they talk about the priority check-in, seat selection, and those are the benefits you get from being a Cathay Green member. So it's not an additional benefit to the card. There's no enhanced benefits to the card. Nothing like no first check bag free, no priority boarding or anything like that we see on some of the other cards. No companion vouchers, you name it. There's no additional benefits added to this card other than what's afforded to Cathay Green members, and also what's afforded to all World Elite Mastercard holders out there. So, and what makes this a tougher pill to swallow is it's got an annual fee of $180. That's the highest out of any premium card in Canada. And in RWRDS Canada, we mean premium is your Visa Infinites, World Elites, we call the higher up cards ultra premium, because for 20 years premium cards have always been the gold, the platinum, the World Elite, but not like Amex platinum, but when other issuers had platinum cards. So this now at $180 is the highest, higher than the Cobalt, higher than the RBC British Airways Visa, higher than the TD Aeroplan Visas. So it has the highest annual fee out of all the cards, and yet doesn't really provide a lot for it. So that's why I have to say, it's kind of an unremarkable launch to this card, unfortunately. I think there was an opportunity here for Neo and Cathay to do something a little bit better with this card. I mean, the card never took off with RBC. We were told this was many years ago. I'm sure it grew from that, but many years ago, there were only maybe something like 3,000 people who had the RBC version of the card. But that was quite a while ago, maybe close to a decade ago. So maybe it grew a bit from that, but still nothing spectacular back then and nothing spectacular back now. Sorry, Neo, but I think a lot more could have been done to this card, and unfortunately it has not. So I'll have a link below. You can read more about the card and see some details. So I mean, it's going to hit a niche market. If you're a frequent Cathay traveler and you're buying a lot of tickets on Cathay, especially expensive ones, this is the card to have, because you're going to rack up a lot of Asia miles. I mean, the other travel cards in Canada that are close, something like the American Express Cobalt card or Amex Platinum, those will earn 2 points per dollar on Cathay flights. However, they only convert 1 to 3/4, so you're actually getting 1.5 Asian miles per dollar spent on Cathay flights through them. So something to be aware of, to take into consideration. Yeah, so that's it. I'm not going to blab on too much more. I said maybe we'll do a bit more coverage. Of course, we'll do a full Rewards Canada review of the card, what is good about the card, what is not so good about the card. I kind of said it all here right now already, but I'll do that as a published review on the website in the future here. So let's go on to the next thing for this week. There was an amazing bonus from Best Western. Now, it's December 1st today. This offer is only available till December 3rd. So unfortunately, if you're watching this video after December 3rd or listening to the podcast after December 3rd, this offer will no longer be available. I'll have the link below to the blog post. Now, this is technically a targeted offer, and they are offering 10,270 bonus Best Western points per stay that you book by December 3rd, and it's good for stays, I think, from December 4th through to February 4th. Huge one-time, or not just a one-time, you can earn it up to 10 times, sorry, but a huge bonus per stay. So if you have 10 stays in that time, you can rack up a boatload of Best Western reward points. And the good news is this is even stackable with the offer we talked about last week, where you get a $100 Best Western gift card or travel card for every was it 3 nights or 3 stays? I'd have to double check. I don't have that in front of me. But you can stack it with their system-wide offer, which also launches on December 4th. So you can combine the two. Like I said, this one is technically a targeted offer, but in the past, Best Western targeted offers have not really been targeted. They say they are, but it seems pretty open. If you hit register, you seem to get it. I've racked up tons of points in the past, and now it has been at least about 3 years, because I haven't seen a Best Western in about 3 years. But I have racked up points from targeted offers that I signed up for that I never did get the email from. So, I mean, your mileage may vary. Hopefully you get it. There's also, I saw that offers are going out for 10,000 points. So some people are getting 10,000. I personally received this 10,270. So hopefully you can get it. I know one of our readers said they also got it and have booked separate stays to rack up the points. So good on them, and hopefully you can too. The link will be below. Check it out. You have to book it by December 3rd for stays, December 4th to February 4th, and that's in the US, Canada, and Caribbean for stays. So that's the big bonus of the week for sure, is that Best Western one. What can we get into now? Oh yeah, I updated, this is kind of the first, there's a lot of things on the site that need to be updated with the discontinuation of the HSBC cards. One of the first ones was this ultimate, I have no idea what travel rewards I want credit card portfolio. So this is a popular portfolio on our site. So this is for people who want to travel. They can spend money on credit cards, they pay off their credit cards, they want to rack up points and miles, but they don't have any goals in mind yet. They know they either want to travel economy class or potentially business class and all that. So what this portfolio is a mix of hybrid cards. We call them hybrid. I know a lot of people call them flexible points, but there's confusion under flexible points because there's cards that are just proprietary programs, something like BMO Rewards, and yet they're marketed as flexible points when, flexible points can mean a lot of things. So that's why we go hybrid, because it's a flexible points program, but also provides the option to convert points to airlines and hotels. So this portfolio is, of course, the American Express Cobalt card. It's in almost all the portfolios except for the high-end ones. Because that's like, it earns the most points and then has the most travel reward options. You can convert to Aeroplan, British Airways, Air France, Marriott. You can book travel on your own. You can use their fixed points for travel chart. There's so many options with the Cobalt card, and you earn up to 5 points per dollar. So, and you get great value across the board for those. So that's the number one card in the wallet. The other hybrid card in there is the RBC Avion Visa Infinite card. Most people, or some people, probably say, why do you have that in there? You don't speak too highly of the card, and yeah, I mean, it's RBC Avion rewards are very expensive to earn outside of the welcome bonus, but it is a very flexible card in its own right. You can book travel through Avion Rewards, through the Avion Air Redemption Schedule. You can convert to British Airways, WestJet, Cathay, American Airlines. So it gives you a lot of options. As I say in in the feature, I pretty much say that, this is your last card of choice when it comes to spending. You get it for the welcome bonus and then kind of a backup card for other places where you won't use the other two cards in this portfolio. So what we have now, replacing the HSBC Rewards World Elite Mastercard, is the MBNA Rewards World Elite Mastercard. Now, this is not a hybrid card yet. It should be getting Alaska Airlines Mileage Plan as a conversion partner in 2024 sometime. So hopefully, sooner than later, we're going to see it as a hybrid card. But right now, it's what other people call a flexible points card, because you can go book travel through MBNA Rewards, earns up to 5.5 points. 5.5 points per dollar. That's a tough one to say. So a good card to have, even just for basic travel. So as a backup, it's a MasterCard. You have it there. I mean, you're going to try and put all your spending on the Cobalt card, but this is kind of your next option. And when that conversion comes to Alaska Airlines Mileage Plan, fingers crossed it does. I mean, we're still waiting on it. But if and when it does, I mean, that's a really good option across the board for Canadians as well. Some people are like, well, Alaska Airlines Mileage Plan, that's, Alaska Airlines doesn't fly to Toronto. So like, no, but their partners, American Airlines and British Airways do, and they fly to, American Airlines fly or will be flying back to Halifax. There's so many options through their partners. So this is actually a great addition to this portfolio outside of now that we pull the HSBC card out, because technically, when this portfolio was first launched, there was the HSBC World Elite, there was the Amex Cobalt card, and RBC Avion Visa. They all kind of had the same partners. British Airways across all three of them, Cathay Pacific across all three of them. Cobalt had American Express, though, of course, and Air France. And HSBC had Singapore Airlines, but a lot of similarities across the board. By bringing in MBNA now, you get Alaska Airlines, which is not covered by the other two cards. So it's a good spread. And the reason why this is good is No Idea Travel Rewards, because it gives you every option. It gives you the option to go and buy an airline or a ticket with Flair, redeem your points against the charge. This would be like with the Cobalt card. Or you can go, convert to all those airlines we talked about. Just so many different options. So if you don't have an idea of the travel you want to book right now, or the travel rewards you want in the future, but you want to collect travel rewards points and not cash back, this is the portfolio for you. And the good news is the Amex Cobalt card is a great cash back card just in case to fall back on. So another, again, a lot of the portfolios have the similar cards, because there's only a select few cards in Canada that are just really across the board are the best. So the ultimate, I have no idea what travel rewards I want credit card portfolio. Check it out. It's been updated as the HSBC World Elite card was discontinued, and we've replaced it with the MBNA Rewards World Elite Mastercard. So that was that. So next loyalty program news was some changes to Aeroplan's terms and conditions that they were talking about, that they sent out. These will be effective February 5th, 2024. Not a huge deal like the last set of terms and condition updates. This is just furthering the updates they made in 2022. Some updated wording to family pooling, just because they've had the fraud and issues with family pooling. You still can't create new family pool accounts or family sharing. So there's more wording to that they can do more to confirm that you actually know each other in your family pool and things like that, just to combat the fraud that's been happening with those. And then they've further expanded on the one bonus per credit card per tier it's kind of affected the gamers and the churners of the credit cards. Really, it says now is you can only get one card per tier across the board from all the issuers. So you can get one entry level from CIBC, but you can't get an entry level from another issuer. The core cards, which we call premium, so like your Aeroplan Visa Infinite, CIBC Aeroplan Visa Infinite, and the American Express Aeroplan card, you can only get one of those. You can't switch between issuers. Now, I know there's a little bit of leeway in these rules. Or I can't say I know there is, but there does seem to be they don't want people going hog wild like they have in the past years with these cards. So better be safe than sorry. Technically speaking, the way the terms and conditions are written, you should be able to get 5 Aeroplan cards in your lifetime across the different tiers, but that's probably even pushing it. I probably wouldn't do that. So just be aware. The link will be below, and it links to the terms and conditions. You can read them, and then the rest is up to you how you want to play the game if you're one of those gamers. So that was the Aeroplan terms and conditions Updates. What can we get into next? Let's get into the top MasterCards to use at Costco. So this has been a long time feature on the RWRDS Canada website. Just updated every once in a while when cards change, and that's what's happened here. We have a new number one card for a subset of Canadians, and those Canadians are whoever has what can I call it? Services or purchases with Rogers, Shaw, or Fido, because the Rogers MasterCard, which we've discussed here quite a bit over the past month, now offers up to 2.6% cash back on your Costco purchases. That's higher than any card in Canada. Now, what you do is you get 2% cash back for being a Rogers, Fido, or Shaw customer, and you have this card. This is a no annual fee card, by the way. There's no benefits to it outside of 5 roam like home. Like there's no insurance, no nothing. It is just a straight cash back earning card. But if you're a Rogers customer, it's a very good cash back earning card. You're going to earn 2% cash back on all your purchases. And then if you choose to use that cash back towards a payment with Rogers, Shaw, or Fido, like a purchase or your monthly bill or whatever, they're going to boost it by 30%. That's as of today, December 1st. So you get 2.6% back, which is 2.6% back on your Costco purchases. So this is better than pretty much all the cards out there for Costco. Now, the day of or day after day after I posted the update to the Costco, our Costco feature, top 5 cards to use at Costco, they came out with the news that they're bumping that up. They're going to give a 50% bonus for Rogers, Shaw, Fido customers. So you're going to get 3% cash back when you redeem that cash back towards your Rogers bill or purchases. So amazing. You're going to get 3% back at Costco. They have just built this card up, and I know there's some discussion. How long can it last? Great question. Who knows? I mean, we know Rogers in the past has devalued some cards, like their World Elite Mastercard used to be 1.75%, but that's 1.5% now, overall cashback earning. But it's also a no-fee World Elite card, so they need to recoup, the insurance they pay for, the Mastercard benefits they pay for. There's a lot more costs behind that card than this Mastercard, this Rogers no annual fee Mastercard. Outside of the 5 roam like home, which literally, I mean, if and when a cardholder uses those, does not cost Rogers very much. There's no other cost to this card other than the cash back they're giving out. So because there's not even purchase security or extended warranty. There's no insurance coverage on this. So there's very little cost to this card for Rogers. So fingers crossed they keep these rates in there for a while, because there's no other cost to their card and they can afford to do this. And I mean, it's the 3% is just for Rogers customers. So something to be aware of. Probably discuss, again, another one. I probably should just do a video just on the Rogers card, because it's kind of a disruptor for sure in our market, especially, I mean, if you're a Rogers customer or their subsidiaries like Fido and Shaw and all that stuff. So that is the top 5 Mastercards to use at Costco. Check it out. I'll update it again next week once it gets to 3% instead of 2.6%. But for now, that is the top 5 Mastercards to use at Costco. And then we'll round out the quickly on the week. We had some new Amex offers come out for Tim Hortons and Air France, and there was a couple others, but the 2 big ones are Tim Hortons. You get a $2 statement credit each time you load $10 to the app or spend $10 through the app. On your Amex card. I got this on the Platinum card. You can earn up to 5 times, so $10 back total if you do. And for Air France, it's also the other offer that came out is for Air France. So I didn't get a graphic for it, but they are offering $500 statement credit if you buy a business class ticket with Air France. Has to be $3,000 or more. Pretty big return. So if you're out there ready to buy a Air France business class ticket, for sure, this is an offer you want to take advantage of. I also got on my Platinum card. I know other people are getting them on other cards. Speaking of Amex, it looks like the gravy train for earning 5 times points at select Walmart locations in Canada. It was mostly Western Canada. It was like 1 in Saskatoon, 2 in the Calgary region, 2 in the Vancouver region. They are all, looks like, well, I can't say all, but because we haven't tested the Alberta ones yet, but Saskatchewan and BC are only quoting as 1 times points on the Cobalt card now at those select locations. So I'm assuming the Alberta ones will be 1 times points as well. So it looks like the 5 times points at Walmart is done. And then the last thing I'll close out this episode with is Air France KLM's Flying Blue promo rewards. Now, they were supposed to launch December 1st. The web page is up and everything. However, the booking engine is not showing them yet. It's going to be 25% off business class out of Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa, 25% off premium economy, I believe, out of Montreal and Ottawa, and then 25% also on economy out of Ottawa, Montreal, and Vancouver as well. However, like I said, those are not showing up on their booking engine yet. As soon as they are, I'll have it up on the blog ready to go for you at that time. Thank you once again for tuning in. I hope you liked this video. Hopefully we gave you enough information about the loyalty happenings in Canada for this week. Have yourselves a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in.